So I'm giving a small demonstration / review of the Ecolink door and window sensor here. I went ahead and purchased these off of Amazon. I got 4 of them for about $100. That's cheaper than some of the other sensors you can get out there. I've noticed the prices usually are about from $29 to $39 per sensor. So this is really my first foray into playing around with the Z-Wave smart home stuff. This is what comes in the box. Not a big surprise really. It comes with some tape, some screws, some alternate color. You can see the brown here. So they give you 2 options, brown or off-white. It comes with some instructions. So basically, when you pair this stuff, you're supposed to just take this tab out and then add it to your system. So I'm going to give a demo of that and then also demonstrate it on a window and how it worked. And also some observations I made about it, at least with the model that I've installed already. Let's see if the same thing happens here. Again, I'm using a Piper Classic in this demonstration. So right now I'm demonstrating the adding of this Ecolink device against my Piper. So it might take a couple tries. I'll try to show it in one try if I can. This is fresh out of the box. I learned from reading online that a lot of people had their best luck when they were adding it within a meter of the Piper. So I'm going to my Piper and I'm pressing to add a device. And then there's already one added, but I'm adding a new one. And it says start, and at this point I'm going to pull out this plastic tab from the Ecolink, which allows the power terminal to hit the battery. And that technically should allow the Piper to hear it. And it usually takes a second. There it goes. It may be hard for you to see, but it's asking me for an accessory name. So I'm going to go ahead and just call this, for the time being, Ecolink 2. And I press save. And it shows Ecolink is open. And I'm going to go ahead and set up. So it was a little harder for you to see before, I think, because the way that I had the exposure set up, the screen was a little too bright in that image. But as you can see, the Ecolink 2 is open. That's what we just added. And the reason it's open is because the sensor is kind of split in 2 right now. So it doesn't have its accompanying base with it. But I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate for you how sensitive it is right now. So right here, this is the smaller magnetic piece that goes with it. And it still says open. So I'm going to go ahead and put it next to it. I can feel the magnet, and you can see it said closed as soon as I switch that. Right? When I move it, the magnet's pulling it. When I move it, it shows open. Then I come back, close, close, close. Closed. So, tiny delay. The Piper is in the same room with me now, but I think you can see it's not enough of a delay to be really worth worrying about. Now, as I take it here, and I'm going to try to slide it down this line. You can probably see it behind the phone. the table has a line in it through the engraving, and I'm going to try to slide the sensor from top to bottom to show you at what point it shows closed. Going really slow. Closed. I'm going to slide it up. I wasn't actually that close to it. Open. So look how ajar it can be and still be open. If you look down, it's not exactly flush, right? Same goes for going in the other direction. It says open. Still says open. It's moving, trying to follow me around now. Open. Now still says open. I think it's because it's not closed. So I'm doing a demonstration of what I had to do to set up the Ecolink to make it have a really tight threshold for what open is. I think if you're like me, all of us expected to be able to even show a crack open should show as open. Well, if I didn't set up the Ecolink like this, that wouldn't have happened. You see how I have it offset? So the base module and the magnet are actually not right next to each other, just like I tried to demonstrate upstairs. This is how far I had to get the sensors from one another in order to get that hairline trigger. So I'm adjusting the exposure so you can see the screen. And here we go. So it shows closed. I'm going to crack the window slightly. You can see I'm rising it up very slowly. Still isn't showing as open. It still shows as closed. Now it's showing as open. You just saw it change. So before, when I had them flush against each other, it had to be this far to show as open, which is of course too much. So going slowly, you still see the line of light here. It still shows open, open, open. The line of light is gone, but it's not closed, and it still shows open. Now I'm closing it, and it shows closed. You heard that click, and that's a demonstration of the Piper working with the Ecolink. But this part is really what I wanted to demonstrate was important, and that is that for the Ecolink, I had to separate them. This is for the typical door and window sensor. Okay. Yeah, you can see it better now. I didn't really do as good a job showing the pairing before, so I'm going to do it again. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the device again. So I'm going to press add, as you can see here. Start. Now I'm going to slightly remove the battery, put it back in. I know you can't see me doing that, but it's pretty. Press the button. I'm going to remove the battery and do it again. So I just slightly remove the battery, and there it is. It's asking me for the name. I'm just going to type in again, Ecolink 2. Press save. Oh, there we go. For some reason it saved it as sensor 4. Not sure why I did that. But anyway, it's fine. I can change that name. Oh, you know what? No, it didn't. It changed it to Ecolink 2. I think that's interesting. You all witnessed that happen when I did. So it says open again because it's not paired with its magnetic base right now. So Anyway, I'll cut all this stuff together so you can see it more clearly.